Where I come from, not everyone is privileged enough to have access to DSTV. I realized if you want to be part of tomorrow's conversation, you need to watch local programs. This is how I came across Third Degree on ETV, and also where I had my first encounter with television journalism. The host and producer, Debora Patta, was also the first television journalist that I encountered. She soon became my idol and inspiration to become a television journalist. To this day, Debora Patta is my favorite South African TV journalist. I love the way Debora appeals to the ordinary person in South Africa. She takes the problems of the marginalized and brings it out into the public to give them a voice. She highlights injustices and makes those in authority accountable to the people, which I believe is something that should always be at the heart of journalism.
Hello and welcome to Third Degree. Many young South Africans are very, very angry. They're angry about the lack of jobs, poor education, and they explain these social ills in racial terms. They are consumed by the issue of race. It's their fallback position in every argument, even though they're too young to have experienced apartheid. Now that's our topic for tonight, the second in a two-part series on race, and we start by asking, is the Rainbow Nation just an empty slogan?
Debora dares to ask the questions that are on everybody's lips. She is persistent in having her questions answered by an interviewee. Debora does not settle for half-answered questions or answers that avoid the real question. She has taught me to ask, and ask it again if you do not get the answer you deserve. Debora does this with confidence and an authoritative voice to show that she means business, no matter who you are or what your position of power is.
And while the elite mutter and shake their heads around dinner tables, Malema steams ahead. He clearly knows which horse to back and how to get what he wants. Those in power hesitate to take him on.
66 rand 5 cents change.
He's the butt of many a joke, derided as a buffoon. But just maybe, the last laugh is on us. So is Julius Malema just a clown with a big mouth? We decided to put him to the test. What are his political views? Is he a capitalist, a communist?
I'm a Marxist. I'm a Leninist. I subscribe to communism. I'm not a communist. I'm a progressive nationalist.
Okay, you figure that one out. Which means what?
Which means you are a communist. Aspirant communist. I'm not a communist. I'm still very young. I'm still trying to find myself.
But what does it mean to be an aspiring communist?
My background dictates my identity today. I'm a child of a working class.
No longer. You live in a nice house. You drive a beautiful car.
If I stay in a suburb of white people, I'm no longer a child of a black person.
I didn't say you weren't a child of a black person. I said you're no longer a working class person.
No, you're saying I'm no longer a child of a working class. I'm a child of a domestic worker.
That you can't take away from you, I agree. But now, you're no longer a working class person.
What am I?
You tell me. What are you?
No, I've defined myself. My being, my loyalty, my existence.
Debora also shows great listening skills. She listens, finds contradictions, and comes up with an excellent follow-up question. This has taught me how important it is to listen and not interrupt an interviewee.
I love nice things. I love living comfortable. And just the opulence.
You love opulence?
I love opulence.
And so how did you decide you were going to become rich?
Debora is feisty in her approach and not afraid to enter different situations, usually considered unsafe for a woman. This is very empowering for women, as you see a woman enter the domain of the unknown with such courageousness. Most importantly, Debora shows what it means to be prepared, to do your research and know what you're talking about. In this way, she is able to engage with her interviewee and ask all the right questions. And that is why my favorite TV journalist is Debora Patta.